Hey guys, what's going on? Jim the Nomadic Manhunter. Doing a video about making basically I'm going to use this for meat birds. This is going to be a temporary holding space for right now, but there's a couple things that I need to do. So I use this old carport, using it basically as the structure, the frame to hold everything that I'm going to be doing with it. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is drive in a few of these stakes. I already got a couple in, I'm just going to put the rest in. And then to keep anything from coming into it, my neighbors reminded me that we have fox and coyotes. So I'm going to have to dig down about a foot and maybe a foot out and put some wire mesh to deter any of those creatures from coming in and taking out my livestock. The problem that I'm not looking forward to doing and dealing with is the fact that it looks like there's grass on here, but it is basically a thin layer of vegetation on top of crushed bluestone, and then underneath that is our southern red clay. So it's gonna be fun, but gotta do it. So here we go.
Well, mother, my roots are in your garden. My skin is the color of a pearl. From you like a flower I am growing. Into you one day I shall return.
Alright, so it got a little hot for a thermal. Sun came out, clouds burned up, getting warm. So the next thing that you do, after you drive the stakes in to the earth, I'm going to secure them with just an extra bolt, just to make sure. So I'm going to drill a pilot hole through this metal tubing, and then I got technically self-tapping bolts that I'm going to drive through, and then we'll give it a little bit more rigidity. So. Well, now that the frame is secured, I'm going to potentially compromise it by digging a hole, or a moat, or a perimeter, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it's some vegetation on top of crushed bluestone, on top of basically red clay. So this is going to take a while. I'm not looking forward to this. Yeah, great. You know what's going to be a really good idea and probably worth the investment? A Maddox. Yep, lifetime warranty, it's worth the money, I'll get it. Yeah, that's gonna stink. Nope. Alright, so as you can see, this is a little bit fun. It wasn't the worst thing that I've had to deal with, but it wasn't the most enjoyable. Crushed bluestone, that's been compacted over roughly 30 years. So I ended up digging it out, got a little perimeter. It's not going to be 100%. This is more of a temporary location and temporary structure, but it's something that I need to personally get done, and then I'll move it later. I also chose to go with the wider wire. It's a little bit thinner. I will probably, either I could double up on it depending on how much I have, or I just need it to be somewhat of a deterrent for anything that may want to dig down and try to burrow and get in. So basically kind of want to go down and over, but we will see how much I can kind of use and all. Obviously I don't have to worry about the height. I might be able to, like I said, fold it over, but I'm going to just like roll it around and kind of see how it is. I also kind of snagged the pipe with my Maddox, but I do believe that it has absolutely nothing to do with really anything. I think it was just like an old drain pipe, so it's not really that important, but before I bury that, kind of want to make sure. But let me just roll this around and kind of see where we're at.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
So just for, again, a little added more stability for this pallet wall, I did find a couple of the stakes that I had lying around, and I made a 3/4 inch hole that I'm just going to pound this in to the ground. Nothing special, but just makes me feel a little bit better that it's here for right now. Don't want to put it all the way in. I do want to put it, you know, so I can grab it and get it out when I need to move it all. But right now, it helps. And for these that I'm not going to put a stake through, this is the middle pallet that I'm attaching to one of the quarter pallets, and I figured if I just take one of the, you know, one of the salvage pieces that I made from another piece, just gonna lay it in here. So it technically connects them. I'm not gonna drill them in, you know, yet. I don't know if I will, but it just kind of gives a little bit more, again, stability, and kind of makes it one unit.
Now do it again.
Alright, so now basically what I'm doing, I got the roof up, but I need to splice the three pieces together. I found this, I don't know, it looks kind of like soldering wire. It's malleable, and I'm basically just threading it in between the two sections to hold them together. And that's all I'm going to be doing for a while, and that's it.
Oh, nonsense, Dom. Now do it again.
Okay, so now that I know, is it pretty? No. Will it work? I think so. The idea is that nothing can kind of climb up and try to break through. Anything that is still kind of has like a gap that can, you know, be pushed open, I'm going to just take some extra wire and crimp it down. And that should secure the three pieces as the roof. And then the only other thing that I technically have to do is fold this to make it look nice. And then I'm going to have this gap right here from the roof to the bottom wire that we put up. So I'm going to have basically a nice triangle space between here and on the other side that I have some extra wire that I'm going to fashion into a fully enclosed space. And then for the future, if I get something smaller, I may wrap another load of chicken wire around this, but that will be another project. Or maybe I could do something extra with pieces of wood or bamboo or thickets of some sort. We'll see what happens. Alright, so since my outro never actually was saved and carried over from when I was building this temporary structure, this is kind of the overview of what it looks like now. Midsummer, I did raise some meat chickens and turkeys in here. I put up a couple different structures that they would like to climb up on and be under to keep them out of the weather. I had another section for heat lamp, just food. It was easy. I kept adding in some wood chips, layering it. I'm going to scoop this out and use this in my compost. I may modify this again. I have some like morning glory and some other vining plants growing over, hopefully to add to some, you know, one, aesthetic pleasing for me to like look at, so I have some flowering, and also to keep some of the, you know, cover from anything else above. So to me, this project worked out great. I loved it. It's multi-use, has all the stuff that I need. This really all held up really well during all the wind and the craziness, tornado warnings that we got down here and all. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm going to have a couple other projects. If you like these things, thumbs up, click that subscribe button. If you can, if you find this helpful or somebody else that's looking for a project in the future, share this with them. Comment below and I'd love to hear back from you. If you want to see more videos of the animals themselves, you're going to have to go check out my Instagram, usually on stories. So if you go and check out the Nomadic Net Hunter on there and you follow that, you'll see more of the animals. But anyways, again, together we can grow a better future.